In the last lecture, you learned how to compile and run the application using Ctrl and F5. There are times that you just want to compile the application without necessarily running it. Let's look at an example. Here I've got an ASP.NET MVC application in Visual Studio. Let's go ahead and run the application using Ctrl and F5. As you see, Visual Studio opened a new tab in my browser with the website's homepage loaded. This is good the first time you run the application. But every time you make a change to the code and run the application using Ctrl and F5, you will get a new tab in your browser with the homepage of your website. If you're working on a different page, you have to do a few clicks to get there, which wastes your time. Plus, all these open tabs slow down your computer and yourself because you will end up switching between tabs a lot more. So in situations like this, it's much better to compile the application without running it every time. Then you switch to your browser and refresh the page you're working on. Let's see this in action. Let's imagine we are working on some enhancements to the registration page. So here I've got the registration page open in my browser. We can switch between different applications using Alt and Tab in Windows or Command and Tab in Mac. See, there is no need to grab the mouse and click the application icon on the taskbar. It's much faster this way. Now back in the Visual Studio, let's make a small change. Now, instead of running the application using Ctrl and F5, we just compile or build it. We can do this by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and B, as in short for build. Now that the application is compiled, we can use Alt and Tab again to switch to the browser and use Ctrl and R to refresh the registration page. Again, note that I didn't grab the mouse and click the refresh icon in the browser toolbar. We can do a lot with our keyboard. Also, note that this way we didn't get a new tab in the browser, and we see the result of recent changes immediately on this page we're working on. Don't waste your time starting from the home page every time and then clicking many times to get to the destination page. Okay, now let's look at another trick. Let me make a few changes to the code that will cause compile time errors. Now let's build the application. Okay, here are the errors. A lot of developers switch to mouse here and double-click each error, then switch to the keyboard to fix the error in the code. A faster way to do this is to press F8. It takes you to the next error. So here we go and fix this issue here. Now we press F8 again. And here's another issue. And we press F8 again. Yet another issue. And one more time. Okay, no more issues left. So we build the application again using Ctrl, Shift, and B. And then use Alt and Tab to switch to the browser. And finally, Ctrl and R to refresh the page. Done. So let's recap. Press Ctrl, Shift, and B to build the application without running it. If there are compile time errors, press F8 to cycle through the errors. Press Alt and Tab to switch between open applications, for example between Visual Studio and your browser. Press Ctrl and R in your browser to refresh the current page. I hope you enjoyed this lecture.